Commission for September 11, 2019 will now come to order. Please silence your cell phones. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Owen? Vice Mayor Hartman?
Here.
Commissioner Sacks?
Here.
Commissioner McGurk?
Here.
Commissioner Colodi?
Here.
Thank you.
All right. As a point of personal privilege to the dais, I would ask that we, in remembrance of today and all those who perished in the events of the day and those who have subsequently died due to the after effects of those, I would ask that we have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. We're now at the public participation. Is there any member of the public that would like to speak on at this time? And remind you that there is a 3-minute limit. Seeing none. Oh,
There's one.
You what?
Lillian Conrad, 2700, I believe on North Peninsula, not sure where I live these days. At any event, I wanted to say, almost always get up here and make a comment about, at the budget meetings, and make a comment about how important it is to make sure that we have fire and safety and health taken care of in our budget. And I was really, really pleased last night to hear that we have 4 new officers, and that the vacant positions are being filled, and I want to thank you very much for paying attention to the budget and trying to get these positions filled, and for staff for taking care of it. Thank you.
anybody else? And just for those of you who weren't here last night, we passed a special resolution last night so that the mayor could participate in this meeting via phone. So if you hear a voice and don't see any of us talking, that's the mayor. He's up here hidden over there by Kelly. So just to give you a little idea. This is the first budget hearing. The city attorney, please read the ordinance by title only.
Ordinance number 6419, an ordinance adopting the annual budget for the Utilities Commission, City of New Smyrna Beach for fiscal year ending September 30th, 2020. Providing for public hearing, providing for conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
All right, the second reading and the public hearing will be conducted at the regular city commission meeting scheduled for Tuesday, September 24th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. Next item is resolution number 4319. City attorney, please read the ordinance by title only.
Resolution 4319, a resolution of the City of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, tentatively determining the amount and fixing the rate of taxation and making the annual property ad valorem levy in the amount of 3.7421 mils per 1,000 of non-exempt assessed value for general fund operations of the city for fiscal year beginning October 1, 2019 through September 30th, 2020, scheduling a public hearing for final levy of ad valorem taxes and providing an effective date.
City manager, we have a staff report.
Yes, sir. If you recall, we had 3 budget workshops. We started off on June 25th, and then July 23rd, and then August 20th. And as a result of the August 20th, we have, the commission have asked us to add a few things to the budget. And also, if you recall, the budget proposed at the time was approximately 7% over the rollback. The commission have asked us to go back as a staff and see if we could reduce it some more. The budget in front of you today is about 4% over rollback. I have asked John to do a quick PowerPoint just to show you some of the items that we added in the budget and some of the projects, and also as far as some of the rollover projects that would go over to next year. So with that, I'll have John go over the PowerPoint, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay. Mayor and Commission, in front of you, you will see, I'll be speaking here in a few minutes about what the total all funds budget is, but this is just the breakdown of the individual funds. The one thing that I do want to point out to this is that when we met at the August 20th workshop, we had the Brandon Civic Center and the golf course rolled into the general fund, and have repeatedly said it was a sub-fund of the general fund. So I just wanted to, spell it out, that it is a separate fund of 003 for the Brandon Civic Center, and 004 for the golf course. Other than that, there's been no other changes to how we present the various funds. So this evening, you will be voting on 3 tentative millages. Your city operating millage, your INS 2005 voted debt millage, and your INS 2018 voted debt millage. The total millage that will be brought before you here in a few minutes is 4.1956 per $1,000 of assessed taxable value. The significant changes that have occurred since August 20th at the last budget workshop, which all the directors presented their budgets to you, as I just stated about the Brandon Civic Center and the golf course, but we also added $10,000 to the homeless grant. That is funded through the general fund. We've made no changes to the capital equipment plan, but we have made a change to the capital improvement plan where we've increased it by $121,817. That is due to 2 projects. The Pettis Park basketball courts, which will be funded by the CDBG allocation through the Volusia County, and additional new sidewalks along Dimmick Street and Sheldon Street within the old CRA district. We have $28,357 remaining from that CRA, and if we don't use it on a project within the next fiscal year, we will have to repay it to the taxing authorities that the money came from. So we have passed this on to the county, and they are agreeable to the use of this money for these projects. I also wanted to kind of show you a comparison from this current fiscal year to next fiscal year. So you will see that in the current fiscal year, we budgeted $250,000 for street resurfacing, and next year that's being bumped to $700,000, an increase of $450,000. That is coming from the general fund. We've also set aside money for new sidewalks, which we've not done in quite a few years, of $200,000 that's funded through the general fund. And I'm going to just kind of highlight some of the big ones on here. But we have the traffic signal that is going to be paid through traffic impact fees of $500,000. And we have the Tyler Munis ERP enhancement, which will affect all operating funds, and then the Tyler Munis ERP enhancement that is specifically for the building department, which will enhance our permit processing to our customers. Another big project that's out there that's come to us is the 5th Street Bridge replacement and additional design elements where we're increasing the width of the bridge for additional pedestrian sidewalks. And then just recently, you, the commission, authorized $9.5 million in bond proceeds to purchase land within the Turnbull Creek Basin. And when we receive our reimbursement from the state grant and the remaining monies that are available, we will have approximately $4 million available in the upcoming fiscal year for additional land acquisition. Within stormwater, we also have 2 master plans, stormwater master plans in the Corbin Park area in the historic West Side, and also $1 million that's set aside for the reasonable assurance plan for diversion structures that will come out through this design phase. And then finally, within the airport, there's an environmental study for the extension of runway 1129. So as you can see, there is quite a few new projects being funded from both general fund, stormwater, and impact fees that will be a great enhancement to our citizens and our community in the upcoming fiscal year. So this evening, you're going to be, voting on the tentative budget. But what potential changes can occur from tonight's tentative hearing to the final hearing on September 24th? Well, tomorrow morning, we're having a staff meeting to talk about how our current projects are doing and what we believe will be the carry forward that needs to go from the current fiscal year and move over to the fiscal year 2019-20. So the only difference, therefore, that you will see September 24th will affect your capital project funds. None of your general fund line codes, only capital projects. So that will come forward to you. So with that, I will then go into our tentative millage. The required things that we have to say as part of the truth and millage compliance of Florida Statute 200.065. The City of New Smyrna Beach is the taxing authority. The current year taxable value for operating purposes is $4,138,457,174. 3.5982 is the rollback rate. The staff recommended millage rate is 3.7421. Cost of operations and maintenance of the general fund and the requested capital improvement projects. This staff recommended millage represents a 4% increase over the rollback rate. The staff recommended motion this evening is to approve resolution number 43-19, the tentative New Smyrna Beach operating millage rate of 3.7421 for fiscal year 2019-2020.
Are there any questions for staff? Then, is there a motion to approve resolution number 43-19 as staff recommends?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? City Clerk, please call the roll.
Vice Mayor Hartman,
Yes.
Commissioner McGurk,
Yes.
Commissioner Colodi,
No.
Commissioner Sacks,
Yes.
Mayor Owen,
Resolution 4319 is approved. Resolution 4419 is to consider the adoption of a resolution which approved would adopt the tentative New Smyrna Beach INS 2005 voted debt service millage rate. City Attorney, please read the resolution by title only.
Resolution 4419, a resolution of the City of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, tentatively determining the amount and fixing the rate of taxation and making the annual property ad valorem levy in the amount of 0.2981 mils per $1,000 of non-exempt assessed value for INS 2005 voted debt service for fiscal year beginning October 1, 2019 through September 30th, 2020, scheduling a public hearing for final levy of ad valorem taxes and providing an effective date.
City Manager, have a staff report.
Yes, the City of New Smyrna Beach is the taxing authority. The current year taxable value is $4,138,457,174. 0.2981 is the staff recommended millage rate. This covers the increased cost of principal and interest of the debt service of the INS 2005 general obligation voted debt service. The staff recommended motion is to approve resolution number 44-19, the tentative New Smyrna Beach INS 2005 voted debt service millage rate of 0.2981 for fiscal year 2019-2020.
Thank you. Any questions of staff? Is there a motion to approve Resolution 4419 as recommended by staff?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner McGurk,
Yes.
Commissioner Colodi,
Yes.
Commissioner Sacks,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hartman,
Yes.
Mayor Owen.
Resolution 4419 has been approved. Resolution 4519, consider the adoption of a resolution which, if approved, would adopt the tentative New Smyrna Beach INS 2018 voted debt service millage rate. City Attorney, please call the roll. Or please read the resolution by title only.
Resolution 4519, a resolution of the City of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, tentatively determining the amount and fixing the rate of taxation and making the annual property ad valorem levy in the amount of .1554 mils per $1,000 of non-exempt assessed value for INS 2018 voted debt service for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2019 through September 30th, 2020, scheduling a public hearing for final levy of ad valorem taxes and providing an effective date.
The City of New Smyrna Beach is the taxing authority. The current year taxable value is $4,138,457,174. 0.1554 is the staff recommended millage rate. This covers the cost of principal and interest of the debt service of the INS 2018 general obligation voted debt service. The staff recommended motion is to approve resolution number 45-19, the tentative New Smyrna Beach INS 2018 voted debt service millage rate of 0.1554 for fiscal year 2019-2020.
Any questions for staff? Is there a motion to approve the resolution number 4519 with staff's recommendation?
Yes, I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? City Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Sacks?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hartman?
No.
Commissioner McGurk?
Yes.
Commissioner Colodi?
Yes.
Mayor Owen? Thank you.
Resolution 4519 has been approved. Next item is resolution number 4619. Consider the adoption of a resolution with it, which, if approved, would adopt the tentative New Smyrna Beach budget for fiscal year 2019-2020. City Attorney, please read the resolution by title only.
Resolution 4619, a resolution of the City of New Smyrna Beach, Florida, tentatively adopting the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2019, scheduling public hearing date for final budget adoption and providing an effective date.
Okay. Yes, sir. The staff recommended budget includes all operation and capital costs for fiscal year 2019-2020. The City of New Smyrna Beach is the taxing authority. The fiscal year 2019-2020 budget includes the general, special revenue, debt service, capital, enterprise, and internal service funds. Per the city charter, the city manager must submit an annual budget. We have provided an annual budget at the fund level. The citywide fiscal year 2019-2020 budgets for all funds is $66,274,886. The staff recommended motion is to approve resolution number 46-19, the tentative budget for fiscal year 2019-2020 of $66,274,886.
Any questions of staff? Is there a motion to approve resolutions 4619?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Commissioner McGurk?
Yes.
Commissioner Colodi?
No.
Commissioner Sacks?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hartman?
Yes.
Mayor Owen? Thank you.
Resolution number 4619 is approved. Other business. Consider the approval of a CRA funding support for the NSP Housing Authority application for senior affordable housing at Green Lawn Street. Tony, I guess you're up.
I'm happy to answer any questions. We just had this at the CRA meeting. So the team is here from the Housing Authority, so happy to answer any questions.
Are there any additional questions from staff?
No.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the CRA funding support?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
Commissioner Colodi?
Yes.
Commissioner Sacks?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hartman?
Yes.
Commissioner McGurk?
Yes.
Mayor Owen?
The CRA funding support request has been approved. Thank you. At this time, there's no other further business to discuss, so I declare the meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you for everybody.
We appreciate them.